have to do. You're living as if you're not enough. And I would say that's like the ultimate deep wound of humanity is I'm not enough. And that's going on in many of us, and we have to shift that. We have to realize there's nothing we have to do. We are loved and we are supported for who we are, for just being here, just for being a breathing spiritual being in a human form, or being an animal or a tree or whatever it is. We are loved and supported just for that. We don't have to do anything. Now, it says, but rather move to and come from a state of being which would cause your experience of those problems to disappear. That, in essence, is what I talked about on the show many times, where we are in a state of beingness. When I go into meditation and I am in conscious creation mode and I am being with Source, then that beingness will often ignite and inspire action that will come from my beingness. So my beingness will inspire divine aligned action. That's very different than I just don't know what to do, so I'm going to go do more. I'm going to go run and jump on the hamster wheel and spin, 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 and work more and, frantically, fearfully, egoically create because I'm terrified that I need to do more. There's a very big difference in that. So doing this without presence and without beingness is going to be very empty, and it's going to be very exhausting, honestly. And beingness is where we're going to activate and align with our divine spirit, with our Source, and it's going to inspire us into action. So it doesn't mean we won't take action. Beingness will create action at a certain point. We will want to take action, but it's different than just fearful, frantic doing. So I hope that's clear. Okay, so it says, the conditions themselves will thus evaporate. This is perhaps the most important truth of all for you to understand at this stage in your evolution, and it is a good place to end this dialogue. Remember this always and make it your mantra. So if you want to jot this down or just watch this video later and remember this as your mantra, there is nothing I have to have, there is nothing I have to do, and there is nothing I have to be, except exactly what I am being right now.
It is wonderful.
And so if you can really own that you just being fully present in your beingness right now is all that is ever called for. And you will intuitively and divinely know exactly how to take aligned action through that beingness, through that presence of being fully in the now. But when we're not fully in the now, we're not in our beingness, we will fearfully, frantically do a lot, and it will not really serve us. So kind of contemplate that. This does not mean that having and doing will be eliminated from your life. It means that what you experience yourself having or doing will spring from your being, not lead you to it. When you come from happiness, you do certain things because you are happy, as opposed to the old paradigm in which you did things that you hoped would make you happy. Can you see the difference in that? Like, how many of you listening are doing things right now because you think one day it'll make you happy? Be honest about that, because this is the path to freedom, is honesty. Like, really open yourself to see. And how many of you are coming from a place of happiness so that you're doing things because you're happy? So when I'm coming from a place of happiness and joy, I will choose to take action in a direction because I'm happy and I'm like, yay, I'm inspired, let's go do that. But if I'm doing stuff because I hope to be happy, that's a very different vibration. And that is, like, in essence, where I talk about trying to be or being. It's very different. I'm trying to be patient. God damn it, I'm trying. And I am patient. I am present. That is stepping in and being patient. So you're in it. You've owned it. You've embodied it. I am it. Or you're trying. And so kind of process that. When you come from wisdom, you will do certain things because you're wise, not because you're trying to get wisdom. So when you come from love, You will do things because you are love, not because you want to have love. So think of this like when I talk about the celebrities that are out seeking love from everyone. They want lots of attention, lots of fans, lots of love, lots of love. So in essence, are they coming from love? Are they being love? Or are they doing everything because they want to have love? Do you see the difference? And that could also apply just to like just any old, person, like somebody 15-year-old wanting love from somebody because she doesn't feel love at home, so she's trying to get love from the boyfriend.
Damn it.
Wants to make a baby because then maybe the baby will love her. This can really lead to a lot of suffering if the being is not coming from love to create. I feel like, think of just that process of making a human life. If a soul loves themselves and they're coming from a state of love and they want to co-create a new life because of their love and they want to pass that love on, that's going to be a very different vibrational experience for that baby and for that mother and probably her partner as well than the contrasting situation of I want to have love, so I need to go get attention from this boy who maybe will love me, and I really want to get love from that boy. And then, oh, he got me pregnant, and now I really hope the baby will love me because I want love. And that child is going to have a very different experience than the child that was birthed from love. Does that make sense to everybody? Anybody commenting, Amnon?
No, but it makes sense to me.
Okay, thank you. As long as it makes sense to Amnon, I am happy. Okay, so the last part of this is everything changes and everything turns around when you come from being rather than seeking to be. So that's just like, in essence, trying to be and being. Anytime you're trying to be, you're like, the way I've described it is like there's this vortex of light, and it's just like, picture a pillar of light, and you step into the center stage of that light, and I am is your affirmation. Whatever you want to put after that, be mindful, because that is what you're doing. I am awesome. I am an amazing healer. I am patient. I am loving. I am terrible. I am shitty. I'm a terrible human. Like, you have to be careful what you place after the I am, because you're in the spotlight and you're going to own that. So there's the I am, that is the beingness. And then the counter, like the alternate to that is
stop trying to be free and just be.
Or I'm seeking to be. So I'm seeking to be wise. I am trying to be wise, meaning you're not being wise, but you're really wishing you could be. Or I'm seeking to be patient. I'm seeking to be loved. I'm trying to be aligned. I'm trying to be a good human, meaning I'm going to keep doing stupid shit that doesn't really serve me, but I'm going to keep saying I'm trying to be a good human, a good aligned human. The difference is you're just going to waste a lot of energy running around that spotlight. You're dancing around the circle of it. And the opposite is stepping in. The other opportunity is I can step in and I can be. I can embody in my beingness, my divinity, my light. I am an amazing healer. I am an intuitive being. I am galactically connected. I am supported. I am abundant. I am love.
Yes, that's
loved.
right.
That is power, and that is you stepping in and owning it. So that's the opportunity for all of us, and I would highly encourage that one. But by all means, you each are free sovereign beings, and you all have your own freedom of, your own free will to choose and create. And some of you maybe want to keep dancing around the circle a little bit longer before you have the courage and confidence and self-love to step into that spotlight. Okay. Where did I leave off on? You cannot do your way to being. So, and I love that. You cannot do your way to being. As a meditation teacher, I've really observed this a lot, where people are trying to be good meditators and I don't know what to do, Tanya. Like, how do I get my mind to turn off? I'm trying to be a good meditator and I suck at it. So in essence, they're doing their way to being. and it's not going to work. So when you're going into a state of meditation, it's the opposite of doing. You're really surrendering, you're releasing, you're letting go, you're allowing, surrender. So I am allowing Spirit to speak to me, and I'm just going to be quiet and just breathe and connect with my breath. That is, in essence, the swiftest path into your alignment. You're not trying to do anything. You're not doing stuff to get to your being. You are just being receptively connected to your own breath and life force, and opening the mind to be clear and to be open and receptive to any inflow of consciousness. Voila, nothing to do. Let's see. And yet, it is true that you will be doing wonderful things once you get there. So I'm going to finish that sentence because it kind of broke up. Whether you are trying to be happy, be wise, be love, or be God, you cannot get there by doing. And yet, it is true that you will be doing wonderful things once you get there. I love that. Here's the divine dichotomy. The way to get there is to be there. Just be where you choose to get. So when we come back to our point and our topic today of creating a new earth, the way to get to the new earth is to be there. So we're not going to create a new earth experience by being in a state of fear, by being in a state of tension, by being in a state of hatred and anger. We cannot call forth divinity and love and light and beauty and peace and bliss and harmony when we are being hateful. Impossible. So any of you, if there is any hatred in you, if there is any tension, resistance, anger, fear in you, acknowledge it, accept it, and love that part of you. As you release the tendency to dwell there, it is an opportunity. We can dwell anywhere, but releasing our tendency to dwell in that state so that we shift our focal point to being in a higher vibrational reality. We're going to be in this reality, in our vibration, so that we feel this in our cells of our body. We feel this in our veins. What does it feel like to be rich? What does it feel like to be healthy? What does it feel like to be happy? Even if I feel crappy right now, don't focus on that. Focus in your energy and your mind on being blissfully happy, on being energized, on feeling awesome, on feeling amazingly strong, on feeling love. Feel that into being. So you're choosing to be that vibration, and that vibration held long enough creates that physical experience. So all of us that are ready for a new earth, all of us that are ready for a new shift in our reality, we need to be in the alignment of that before it's here. We can never have it come if we're complaining about that it's not here, and we can never have it show up if we're focused on what we don't like. We have to all remember this. It's very simple, but it's very powerful as we all co-create together. It's going to create an amazing shift. So, again, the ultimate dichotomy is the way to get there is to be there. Just be where you choose to get. It's that simple. And this is God talking, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe this guy, meaning Neil Donald Walsh, his higher self is pretty damn aligned and is pretty tuned in, because what he's saying here is the exact same stuff that I get when I'm tuning into my higher self. And what you will get if you tune into your higher self, because our higher self is all coming from the same source of consciousness, and it's all coming from love and truth and wisdom. It wants nothing more than all of us to get this, so that we can all create a beautiful holographic reality together. So the last part of this is there's nothing you have to do. You want to be happy? Be happy. You want to be wise? Be wise. You want to be love? Be love. This is who you are in any event. You are my beloveds. And then Neil put, oh, I just lost my breath. You have such a wondrous way of putting things. And then the last comment from God, aka Neil's higher self, is, it is the truth that is eloquent. Yes. Truth has elegance and startles the heart to its own reawakening. That is what these conversations with God have done. They have touched the heart of the human race and reawakened it. Now they lead you to a critical